Love, 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 love. It's one of the most powerful words to ever exist. You hear it all the time, maybe even see it. And sometimes people say they can even feel it. But what is it really? Is it different to everyone? Are people skeptical of the idea? Who really knows? All I know is that I'm on a quest to at least come close to an idea of what love really is. So, what better way to get an answer than to ask the question directly? What is love?
Love?
Love.
Love. Love is... It's really hard to describe. It's kind of like... It's not just an emotional thing, it's also a physical thing, but it's not all physical, which some people get it confused for. It's probably the most intense emotion that you can feel towards any person, knowing that you two are like made for each other. Like if without the other, you just feel like lost and empty. And if you don't have them in your life, then it won't work, sort of thing.
What's the opposite of love?
The opposite? The opposite's where you just can't stand the person to the point that you want to slit their throat. That's the opposite of love.
Would you say you have experience with love?
I guess. I feel like I've felt love, but I don't really know if I've quite reached that point yet where I know that I'm in love with them and that I want to spend the rest of my days with them, sort of thing.
Is there anything better than love?
No.
What is love?
This is the question I didn't want you to start with. I don't know. I feel like love is being with somebody. No, because you can love people that you're not with at the same time. Love, I guess, is loving somebody regardless if you're with them or not through everything that they are. Meaning through like their good times and their bad, obviously. And like loving, you end up loving like little habits that they do, like stupid, pointless little things that really make no sense in a bigger picture of the world, but they're just something that you share, that you notice that nobody else would. Because when you love somebody, you kind of generally, they're a main focus of your life, I guess. So I guess I feel like love is an emotion that you feel towards somebody regardless of their status in your life. And I don't really know how to describe it. Because it can be one of the best feelings at the same time. It can be one of the worst feelings. And then you guess if it's real or not. Which, I don't know. So, I guess that's what I feel like love is, if that makes any sense.
Is it true that some people are incapable of love?
No. Why would anybody be incapable of an emotion? I feel like nobody is incapable of love, but not many people can figure out how to love, because loving takes a lot of effort and a lot of care and a lot of focus, even when it's not wanted. Nobody's incapable of it, it just comes down to, I guess, if you want it or not.
Does love have its limits?
No, why would it?
Has the phrase "I love you" become less meaningful over the years?
For me personally,
I would say in general.
in general. I don't know about everybody else's experiences or lifetimes, or I can't speak for anybody else but myself. But I feel like for me, maybe it has. I feel like it's not meaningless or more meaningless, but I feel like it's harder for me to tell people that I love them. And when I do tell them, I hope that they know that I mean it. But at the same time, sometimes I could tell people that are less meaningful in my life that I love them when they do stupid things. Just to make them like feel better, I guess. But I mean, like when I actually tell people like I love you or something, like it's really awkward for me to do that because of the things that I've been through and things that I've done. People that I have thought that I loved. So I guess it's not become meaningless, it just becomes harder to do. Or like, yeah. It doesn't lose its value to me because I feel like love's a treasure. Cliche, but like if you have it, why not? Love it.
What is love? Take your time.
Sorry, I saw the smiley face on your belly. And I don't know what's going on. It was exciting. I was very happy. Alright, you're not responding. I think love is admiration and respect. And all of that good stuff. I don't think there's really any definition of it.
Can love help overcome any obstacle?
I guess that depends on the obstacle. It's like literally an obstacle course, I suppose. You hold your hand and you can skip through it.
If two people say they love each other, is it possible for one to love the other more?
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, you don't know though, unless you like attach little sensors and see how their brain is reacting more, but they may not love each other the same.
Does the media, such as TV shows and movies, do a good job on portraying love?
They do a good job portraying what we want, but we may not necessarily get it ever. I think The Notebook portrays love really well. Arguing,
I love The Notebook.
and fighting, and then making up and making it stronger. I had like a 4-hour conversation on my flight to London with a guy about love. And we talked about The Notebook and how couples who don't argue aren't going to last because you don't argue unless you care. So,
I wish I was on that flight.
it was a good flight.
After hearing what people have to say, I believe I have a better understanding of what love really means to people. But I'm really curious to hear from the people who say they have love now, or at least something close to it. I want to know what it was about their significant other that made them fall in love. So I decided to conduct a little experiment. Let me try to explain it. Alright, so there are a few things that you need to know. I have this friend named Gerald Ellsworth, and he is a really cool dude. He's been my good friend for about 3 years or so, and he has a girlfriend named Mandy Schultz, and they're totally in love. But recently, Gerald had to move to France because he was studying international law, and he wanted to become some sort of like lawyer / governor type thing, which is like an 8 or 9 year process, so he had to leave for like 10 years pretty much. And Mandy was really upset because she didn't know when she would see him next. So, but recently Gerald told me that he's coming back, and we're not gonna tell Mandy about it, but instead we're just gonna try to surprise her. So what we're doing is that I'm gonna tell Mandy that I'm interviewing her for this documentary, and then while I'm doing that, Gerald's gonna walk through the door and surprise her. So let's see how this goes. The love you are about to see is completely unscripted and uncut. What is your name?
Mandy,
What's your age?
18.
And what's your current relationship status?
I'm in a relationship.
With whom?
Gerald Ellsworth.
All right, can you kind of give me a quick explanation of the situation you're in with him right now?
He's going to school in France, and I'm here in McHenry.
How long is he going to be in France for?
9 months.
And then how long does he plan to in the whole span of this college experience?
I don't know, he wants to be like a lawyer, so that would be a long time.
Like how many years or so?
Like,
No,
I think 7.
7?
Or more, I don't know.
7 more years, jeez. And you really care about Gerald, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love him.
That's good.
What?
But if you could had one wish to make it the situation the way you wanted, what would it be?
I don't know, I'd probably have him go do his like general education classes at MCC for 2 years first. And then if he still wanted to go to France, he could go. But that would at least give our relationship a chance to like decide if it was gonna be more serious or not.
Right. I understand.
Why are you here? This is not Why are you here? Why?
Surprise!
I don't know what's happening right now.
Oh, okay. Tell her what happened, Jer. You there?
I feel like I'm on that show where people's army people come home. Why are you here? Why are you here?
Just like me. I came back
Why?
because I loved you.
What? I don't get it. Oh my god.
Take a plane.
Why?
3 planes.
Fuck you, Brandon.
This is love, ladies and gentlemen. This is love. Come here. Come here.
You're not even real. What? Why?
Come here. You know, after a moment like that, I'm suddenly not too concerned of trying to find out what love really is. It's just kind of nice to know that it's out there, and that maybe one day I'll be lucky enough to find it. So this documentary, I guess, is cutting it short because, you know, I'm just suddenly don't really care about finding the answer anymore. I just wanted to thank everyone who helped me with this documentary. It took a long ass time, and I hope you like it.